Hi everyone, this is Dr. Cole Handy Jones here with your Handy Physical Therapy tip of the day. Today I want to talk about 10 exercises that seniors can do at home to exercise while sitting down. So let's get started. Before we get started, I just need you to grab 3 items. Items number 1, you need a chair. We're going to be sitting the whole time. Item number 2, I need you to grab a pillow. This could also be a rolled up blanket or a towel, but a pillow is usually the easiest. And then I also need you to grab a dish rag, so some kind of a kitchen rag or something like that. I just have one just like this. Each one of these exercises I'm going to do with you. So what I want you to do right now is find a chair, sit down on it, and we're going to work out together. So go ahead and pause the video. You need to take the time to find a chair. Otherwise, let's get started. First exercise that I'm going to teach you is a seated march. So what I'm going to do for this exercise, you're just going to take one leg, lift it up, and back down. And then the other side up and down. We're going to go back and forth for a minute, okay? So here we go. As we're doing each exercise, I'll briefly explain the why and a little more how to do this, okay? So I think the why of this one is very simple. This is going to work some of your hip and thigh muscles, okay? This is very applicable to walking as you go back and forth and get that continuous motion. You might have noticed if you start to get older, you start to stumble over some things a little bit more. You're not getting your feet quite as high as you walk, so you catch your toes on the edges of things, and therefore it leads to more falls and things like that. So it's a very simple exercise that most people can do sitting down, okay? Got about 20 more seconds. I want you to focus on being very controlled as you do this, just like I am, okay? I don't want you to plop your legs up and down or be going too fast. Try to control it every time, up and down. That's going to make the leg muscles work a little bit harder, okay? We're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Pause for a second. We're going to take a mini break between each exercise. The next exercise that we're going to do is a seated butt squeeze. So for this one, all you're going to do is sitting here, squeeze your butt cheeks together, hold, and relax. Okay, so same thing, we're going to go for a minute. Ready, go. Go ahead and squeeze your butt cheeks together and relax. We're going to do this for a whole minute, okay? I often say that the butt muscles are one of the most important muscles in the body. They're the biggest muscle in the lower body. They're also the muscles that help us get in and out of chairs, on and off toilets, in and out of cars, and things like that. You might have noticed as you've gotten a little older and maybe a little more sedentary, it's a little harder to get in and out of chairs. Especially as you sit down in chairs, you might just plop downwards. That's because you lack strength in your legs, especially in your butt muscles. So this is super important, okay? If at any point during these exercises you need to stop and take a little break because you're getting a little winded or just fatigued or worn out, that's totally okay. Take a break for 3 to 5 seconds and then get right back in and keep going, okay? Got about 15 seconds left. With this one too, I also like to focus on holding it for about 3 to 5 seconds, okay? So squeeze, hold, 3 to 5 seconds, and relax, okay? And we're almost there, 2, and 1, and stop. Perfect, okay? Little break. The next thing that we're gonna do is kind of a weird one, so let me explain it before we do it. Sitting down like this, you're gonna take your low back and try to roll it backwards like you're flattening out your back, okay? So you roll your pelvis backwards, flatten out your back, and then relax. Roll backwards and relax, okay? So same thing, we're gonna start right now, okay? So roll your pelvis backwards, flatten out your low back, and relax. Roll backwards, flatten out your low back, and relax. Very good, okay? This is a great exercise to work on people that have back pain, okay? And also good abdominal strength there, okay? This is working your deep muscles of your back and your core, okay? These are the ones that really help control your spine, okay? You might feel a little bit of a tensiony or stretchy perhaps in your low back. That's totally normal and not a big deal, okay? This one too I like to hold for just a few seconds, okay? So roll back, hold for a few seconds. Good. This is one of my favorite exercises for older adults, and they usually really like it because while working the muscles, it also helps relieve some of the pain or tension that's in the low back. Just a few more seconds. And relax. Perfect. Next thing we're going to do is a great one for your thigh muscles. So while sitting in your chair, you're gonna take one leg and you're just gonna straighten it out and relax. Then you're gonna do your other side, out and relax. And we're just gonna go back and forth, okay? So I'm going to start my timer now. So straighten out one leg and relax. Good. Every time you lift your leg up, try to get as straight as you possibly can and try to contract your thigh muscle as hard as it can go, okay? This is the best exercise we really have to isolate your thigh muscle or the quadricep, okay? This is a great one to help, once again, get in and out of chairs, on and off toilets. This is also really important if you have to do stairs in your house, okay? These thigh muscles work really hard for that. So this will help with stairs and things of that nature, okay? You could, if you wanted to, do both legs at the same time, but I find, especially if you're sitting in a chair, it's a little easier just to do one at a time and keep your balance, okay, while you're sitting here. So good. We're just gonna keep going back and forth. If you need to, as we're doing this, just reach down and touch your thigh muscles and make sure that they're getting really firm, okay, when you straighten out that leg. So every time, feel the leg's getting firm before you come back down. Okay, you're doing great, and that's the time. Perfect, okay? The next thing that I'm gonna have you do, I need you to grab a pillow for. So I need you just to grab a pillow, okay, or a rolled up towel or a blanket or something like that. You're gonna put it in between your knees, and all I need you to do is squeeze that pillow and then relax. Squeeze the pillow and relax. So I'm gonna start the timer right now, okay? So go ahead and squeeze your pillow and relax. Squeeze the pillow and relax. So same thing, we're doing this for a whole minute, okay? This exercise is twofold. Number one, it's gonna strengthen all the muscles through your groin, okay? Those are very important muscles as we move and play a big role in the legs. Also, whenever you contract these muscles, it lets a lot of other muscles relax, okay? So if you're someone who has hip, knee, maybe even back pain, this is usually something that helps relieve some of that pain. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 type exercise. Good. I'm not too worried about how big the pillow is, okay? It could be a little bigger, it could be a little thinner. Like I said, you can also use a towel or a pillow, okay? What I do too is I do this. I kind of hold my pillow here just with one hand so it doesn't fall out in between every rep, okay? Doing good, about 10 more seconds. This one too, I like to hold for a few seconds every time I squeeze. And you can stop. Good. Okay, the next exercise that you're gonna do, sitting down, I just want you to put your knees together, and all you're gonna do is spread your knees apart and back together. Spread apart and back together, okay? And I'm gonna start my timer now, okay? Doing this exercise is gonna help work some of your hip and butt muscles, okay? And also when you come back up, also gonna work some of the groin muscles, okay? This is nice too, it might help with some hip motion, okay? As we get older, we usually stiffen in the hips especially. So this is another exercise to help with some hip mobility, okay? You're doing great, you're about halfway there, okay? Same thing, if at any point you feel like you need a break, your muscles are tired and worn out, take a mini break, 3 to 5, maybe even 10 seconds tops, and then you get right back into it. Ten more seconds. All right, take a break. Okay, we're almost there. I think we've just got a few more exercises. Let me check on my list here. Okay, yeah, 4 more. Okay, the next exercise we're gonna do is gonna be, we're gonna start moving down the leg and start working on the calf muscles and the feet muscles, okay? So the next thing you're gonna do while sitting down here, you're gonna come up on your tippy toes, hold for a second or two, and come back down. Up and down, just like that, okay? Timer is going. Great, so this is a good exercise to help work on your calf muscles, okay? Calf muscles are really important. Every single time you walk, you have to be able to push up on your toes to propel yourself forward, okay? Research has also really shown that people who struggle with balance, if they really strengthen their calf muscles, it helps them significantly decrease their fall risk. So if you're someone who's noticed that you start to stumble, you grab onto walls or kitchen counters, things like that a lot, or perhaps if you've even fallen sometime in the last year or so, this would be a really good one for you, okay? Every time you come up, try to get as high as you can, squeeze your calf muscles for a second, and then come back down, okay? Good, about 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a break. The next exercise that we're going to do is the exact opposite now. So now, leaving your heels down, you're going to bring your toes up towards your shin. So a toe raise. Okay? On your mark, get set, and go. Okay? So very similar reasons to the last exercise. This one is great because every time you propel off your toe and then go to move forward, you have to be able to lift your toes up so they don't catch on the carpet, a rug, something when you're outside or anything like that. So this is really important to help people prevent falls, okay? And this is one too you might be feeling here in the front of your legs as you're doing. Most people notice as soon as they do this how weak these muscles are, okay? So really lift and hold for a second and squeeze before you come back down. You're halfway there, doing awesome. If this one is super easy to you, no problem. What you might do is go a little faster, but just make sure those toes come up every single time, okay, fully. Don't sacrifice how high you get them for speed, okay? I really want those muscles to fully contract. 2 and 1. Good. Take a break, okay? This next exercise, I want you to grab a towel for, okay? So this is just a kitchen towel rag that we keep around, okay? So for this one, you're gonna set it down on the ground. Put your feet on top of this towel, and what you're gonna do is try to take your feet, really make your toes really, really big, grab the towel and pull it towards you. So I'm gonna grab the towel and scrunch it up, okay, just like that. What I'm gonna do is scrunch it all the way up, and then as soon as I scrunch it all the way up, I'll just put it back out, okay? Timer is going, okay? Scrunch the towel, and just keep scrunching, okay? This is a great exercise for strengthening your feet muscles, okay? If you're someone who suffers from neuropathy or something like that, this can also help. You probably notice that your feet kind of start to feel like bricks and they just don't move very well. So this is a good exercise to start getting those feet moving a little more and getting some blood flow down into them, okay? So right there, I've scrunched it most of the way up. I'm just gonna go ahead and straighten it back out, okay? If you're doing this and you notice that you're having a really hard time, like you can't scrunch it up at all, that's totally okay. Just do the best you can. Even if the towel's not moving, keep trying to spread out your toes and just scrunch the towel, okay? Good. If you're not on a good surface, that's okay too. So you notice I'm on a tile surface with this towel, so it makes it work a little bit easier, okay? If you don't have a slippery surface, that's okay. Just do the best you can with whatever you have around, okay? Some people like to take their socks off because it gives them a little more tactile feel, okay? Okay, that's time, take a break. Whatever works for you. Okay, we're gonna do one more exercise. This last exercise is more of a stretch than anything else to help loosen up some of your back and leg muscles. Okay, so for this one, I would slide forward towards the end of your chair, okay? All you're gonna do is reach down in between your legs, a little stretch of perhaps your low back, maybe in the back of your legs, your hamstrings, and then come back up, okay? We're gonna do that for a minute, okay? And go, good. Reach down between your legs, and then come back up. I think, especially if you've been suffering from low back pain, you'll really, really like this one. It'll help stretch that out, okay? As my little boy makes some noises in the background there. But just keep going. You might even feel a little bit of stretch in the back of your legs or in your hips. That's okay too. Any of that, we're just kind of working, okay? What you can do too is you come down, you can go a little more one side than the other. So I can come down over to this leg, get a little stretch on one side, reverse, and then go the other way, get a little stretch on the other side, okay? Just find where you feel some of those restrictions and just get a little bit of a stretch out to end here, okay? Almost there, you're doing great. Take your time with this. Like all the other ones, if you need a break, take a break. Good. Perfect, so that's 10 exercises. I hope you got a little bit of a workout. If that felt really easy, rewind the video, start at the beginning, and go through each one more time, okay? If you found this was helpful, please forward this on to other friends or family members who might benefit from this. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, that's the thumbs up button there, and put a comment down below. I hope you enjoyed this. Sick trick. Sick trick. Look what I can do.